Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So sorry I wasn't able to upload on Saturday. I've been having very busy days. Anyway, in this video we're going to be talking about the potential for severe weather, and also we might talk a little bit about the upcoming snowstorms. So anyway, let's go into the video. And here we can see we have a marginal risk of severe weather today from Lufkin down into San Antonio and Houston, all the way back near Alexandria. It doesn't include Alexandria, but it's on like the western side of it. Birmingham down to Mobile in the Alabama marginal risk. And we see the tornado threat here from Birmingham down to Mobile, and then 2%, and then Houston here included in this 2% for Texas. Now we look at the wind risk. Let's see, it goes from Lufkin down to near San Antonio back towards Austin. It includes Austin actually. And then Birmingham back down to Mobile. For the hail threat we can see, let's see. For the hail threat, this does actually include, looks like it's just outside of Houston, but it does include San Antonio. So it goes back towards the Mexican border there. Anyway, Day 2 outlook. This includes some major cities like Baton Rouge, Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Meridian, Mississippi, New Orleans, Louisiana, Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, and Columbus, Georgia. So we see this slight risk goes from Birmingham to near Alexandria. And then this marginal risk basically just extends from Houston north towards Chattanooga and then down south towards Dothan. So those areas, if we look at the tornado risk, I might go live for this depending on the timing. If it's later in the day, then I probably won't go live for this tomorrow. Anyway, 5% risk from Birmingham back down into Alexandria. In Jackson, there's a 5% risk. The reason I don't know what timing it's going to be is because I haven't looked into it. I'll look into that after this video. But anyway, from the 2% tornado risk basically stretches from Houston back towards Dawson. The northward extent is south of Chattanooga there. Let's see. Looks like the wind threat, basically the same thing. And then there's not really a hail threat. Anyway, let's go towards Day 3, and then the Day 4 to 8 outlook. You could see this large slight risk of severe weather. I wouldn't be surprised if they issued an enhanced risk somewhere inside this slight risk. But anyway, this includes areas like Nashville, Chattanooga, Birmingham, Mobile, even might include New Orleans, and Lufkin, Shreveport, Alexandria, Jackson, Greenville, just south of Memphis. So those areas in there. And let's see. Now that's pretty much all, but I know there could be a few tornadoes with this. We'll just have to watch closely. Anyway, let's go back over to the National Weather Service Watch Warning Advisory display. You can see that we are expecting winter storm conditions for a lot of these areas. The National Weather Service expects it, especially for these areas today, I think. I think the Mid-Atlantic snowstorm comes today, and then this Plains and Midwestern snowstorm comes tomorrow. We could even see some snowfall towards Michigan and Chicago. So that'll be something. let's see what this is. There's a winter storm watch out for some of these areas. If we look at the Chicago forecasting office, we can see there's actually a winter storm watch for Chicago. Let's see. You can expect some snow for Chicago there. Anyway, that's not the point. We're looking at the winter storm watch because that's more of a widespread impacting thing. So total accumulations of 6 or more inches, so this is half a foot. Additional details, snowfall rates of 1 inch per hour are possible, including during the Wednesday afternoon and evening commute. So yeah, this is going to be a major snowstorm out here. And if we look at the winter storm warning for these areas in here, you can expect areas, let's see, in the immediate DC area, you could expect 3 to 6 inches. Areas south and west of DC, you could see up to 8 inches. So that will be a pretty impactful storm out there in the mid-Atlantic, that's what it's called. So I can see out here for portions of West Virginia, we actually do have an ice storm warning. So snow accumulations between 4 and 7 inches, then ice accumulations up to 1/10 of an inch. For the ice storm warning, significant icing expected. Total ice accumulations 1/4 inch to 1/2 of an inch, and winds gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. So this is not going to be good for power outages. There's probably going to be a lot if this situation comes to fruition, which it probably will. Anyway, that that is expected to happen until today. A winter storm warning remains in effect till 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So we could still be seeing some ice and snow even into tomorrow. I don't see any ice storm warnings out here. They have a red flag warning for some of the southern desert southwest here. The red flag warning, 20-foot wind speeds of 20 to 30 miles per hour. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but they're expected this afternoon from the west-southwest with gusts of 40. So, west-southwest winds 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts of 40. Humidity 10 to 15%. So, the highest threat is located across the lowlands and along and west of the Rio Grande Valley after 2 p.m. So any fires that develop will likely spread rapidly, and outdoor burning is not recommended. So they're basically saying that it can be dangerous to burn anything out there. Warm temperatures and low relative humidity can contribute to extreme fire behavior. So there's a red flag warning for those areas, so just be aware of that. Up here in the north, we have this extreme cold warning. Wind chills as low as 50 below. I'm assuming that's talking about 50 below zero. That's cold. 50 below zero can cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 10 minutes. Maybe even a little bit less. If you must go outside, dress in layers including a hat, face mask, and gloves. Keep pets indoors as much as possible. Make frequent checks on older family, friends, and neighbors. Ensure portable heaters are used correctly. Do not use generators or gas heaters inside. So that is a very cold. Let's see, for the extreme cold warning in Idaho, it's saying, wind chills as low as 26 below zero. So, anyway, let's get to the radar. Let's see. you can see that there is 2 alerts. They are special marine warning and a flash flood warning. So the flash flood warning is in Louisiana here. Hey, let me make sure this is updated. Okay, yeah, this is updated. There's a flash flood warning in Louisiana. And then this big band of rain is stretching all the way from southern Kentucky back down into Texas, even into severe weather warned areas. So these storms through this area, I wouldn't be surprised if they did turn severe because it's a marginal risk, so there could be some strong storms. Also, basically anywhere north of this is probably going to be snow, anywhere in there. So let's see if there's anything else going on around the nation. I mean, not really much to talk about other than this big winter storm here, and also a severe weather threat for some of the south here. Anyway, the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, this is February 16th through the 20th. That's when this is valid for. They're very confident in below average temperatures over these areas extending from the Great Lakes into the plains and Midwest. They're pretty confident that this will be basically below average. They're pretty confident that anywhere in these areas will probably be below average, even in these areas. They have confidence that it'll be below average again, so we're seeing the pattern shift again. Let's see, above average temperatures for some of the south here and also from the desert southwest. Let's look at the precipitation. Above average precipitation expected for the east and then the northwest areas. So if we see the right combination of this cold air and precipitation, we could see some snowfall for these areas. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. That's not even a forecast. That's just a guess. Probably not going to happen for a lot of southern areas. But for more northern areas like in here, maybe even down south as far as Kentucky, because we're already seeing Kentucky get some snowfall. You know, those areas. I mean, if we see the right combination, we could see snowfall. There's already some models hinting at snowfall for these areas, but nothing to get too concerned about at this point because that is very far out. So it may not even happen. So just stating a possibility there. Anyways, below average precipitation for some of the southwest, and then for some of the Great Lakes and northern plains. Let's see here. Alright, this is 8 to 14 day. This is February 18th through the 24th. I'm pretty confident that below average temperatures will persist in these areas, and also that above average temperatures will continue for the west. So basically it was just a short little pattern flip. It was basically a week long, pretty much, and then it flipped back again. Even for areas like Miami, you could still be holding on to a little bit of that warmth. And then basically above average precipitation from the northwest to the southeast. We're expecting a La Nina pattern to start up here. So that basically means that the jet stream will be going something like this, which kind of makes sense as to why they expect the northwest into these areas to be so active, as the jet stream will be going through those areas, and then below average for the southwest. Because if we were in an El Nino pattern, we'd be seeing the jet stream something like this, and that would make these areas above average, these areas below average, and then basically anywhere else kind of more like basically to the north up here pretty below average, and then to these areas in here to the north and then to the south of this jet stream would probably be a bit above average there. But anyway, we're in a La Nina pattern, so these areas are above average. This doesn't, well, I don't know what I'm saying. I just started saying something and I don't even know what I was going to say. So, well, it's confusing. Like, I know what I was going to say, but it doesn't make sense. Anyway, I just got confused there. This mix of precipitation is expected from the Atlantic coast back into New Mexico. Snowfall further some of the plains and back into the west. And let's see. There, you can see some heavier snowfall if you live in Kansas or northern Missouri. And also you could see some snowfall if you live in somewhere in the mid-Atlantic there. There's a lot of overlapping here of, like the freezing rain, mixed precipitation, all that, snowfall. A lot of overlapping in here, so. Anyway, there is some, it says heavy rain and flash flooding possible for those areas. And then thunderstorms possible. Or just rain, but it says thunderstorms or rain possible. Anyway, that's from today, 7 a.m. Eastern, to tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern. So, anyway, let's go to the 3 to 7 day hazards outlook. This is the 13th through the 17th. That is heavy precipitation for the areas in this blue here. The kind of this more aqua color. Severe weather possible for these areas from on the 15th. And then heavy rain possible for areas to the south of here in this green area here. And then flooding possible for these areas in here. I think that over here this is high winds. Yeah, there's high winds for these areas, the risk of high winds. Also, the risk of heavy rain and heavy precipitation for some of California there. And then for the north, you could see some heavy snowfall. And then up here, this is another risk of heavy snow. Anyway, before I end today's video, you should check out EpicPen. You could get EpicPen Pro for only $2 a month, or you can try the free version. But the $2 a month version comes with fading ink, on-screen text, lines, circles, squares, and arrows. Also, it comes with whiteboard and blackboard, and you can also get more colors. Anyway, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next video.